is Abi Moffatt. I'm an artist slash painter. I'm specialised in abstract painting. I have a studio in Peckham. I went to uni up in Leeds College of Art, and then decided to move down to London to work for an arts magazine, and then found a studio and have developed my painting practice over the years. So I've been painting for about 10 years now. So my work, my painting is a very reactionary process. So the pieces for this exhibition are very a kind of an emotional therapeutic response to what's happened, to the lockdown, I guess, to the pandemic. So I very much reflect what's happening around me through the building up of colour, layers, texture. It's just incredibly emotional. And I hope for the work to be kind of a form of escapism for myself and for the viewer. And that's kind of a prime thing in my work. It's very much, there's no kind of set aesthetic that I'm going for. It develops over the course of the layering. So yeah, each piece is very much kind of individual. One thing I've realised through the kind of the curating of this and being involved in this project is just how isolating the last year has actually been, kind of being on your own in your studio as an artist. Just incredibly isolating. You don't get any feedback, you don't get anyone to bounce your ideas off. Yeah, it's been a very tough year, but I think I'm very thankful that I've had my studio and my art to kind of channel what's been happening through that. The fact that there's been so much time to be able to work on my work, because obviously last year we were put into that sudden lockdown. It was such a bizarre experience that none of us had ever experienced before. And I think I had all this time to be in my studio, and so obviously I was making interesting work because it was this experience I'd never been through, so it was coming out in this way that I hadn't really seen before. It's just a beautiful opportunity to kind of collaborate with other artists in such a unique space. Like the Crypt Gallery is this incredible, it's an insane space where the work looks even more dramatic than it would normally. I think it's really important to kind of, for artists to kind of unite again after being apart for so long. But I think it's also been a really important exhibition to kind of, for all these artists to work towards, and it's something that's really grounded me, and I'm sure the other artists, to have this opportunity to kind of show our work again. You know, it's not really been a year where that's been massively possible, and yeah, it's just been a really important experience for me in that sense. So yeah, I'm very thankful for the Haven for giving me this opportunity. So why is art important? I mean, for me it's been this massive obviously part of my life. It's very much for me about expressing myself, and I firmly believe that everyone should have that ability to express themselves. It offers you a hope, a light. I just think that we'd be so restricted as a society if we didn't have the ability to be creative and to create art or to dance or to sing. The Haven, I believe, has offered creatives in London this incredibly important platform to kind of showcase work, to come together, to talk, to actually, quite importantly, support artists in mental health. Particularly in an environment such as London, which is this fast-paced, overwhelming, very expensive city. A charity like the Haven, I just believe, is so important. It's helped me personally. Out of any kind of thing in my life, they're just there, and they offer that for all artists. It's a real support to have them. I know for me, I've gone through some incredibly difficult times over the years, mental health-wise, and these guys have really helped to offer help in that way. They have offered me chaplain support, so I believe it's really important to support them in order for them to continue their work for artists. So yeah.